Hooray! Did we make it? I think I did. Hooray! Did we make it? Yeah, we did. We made it. She whiz. Right at the time I start my live, then my best friend of almost 30 years decides he needs to call me because he's having an existential crisis about the fact that somebody named Sweeney, I don't know what the hell her name is, did a Blue Jean commercial and they're raising hell about it, saying it's political propaganda or someone. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Since I kind of got derailed, you guys give me a couple minutes. I got to get my shit together. Juice. Grabbing my VOP. Grab me about a high quality H2O because it's hot out there. You require hydration. Ooh, that looks like good quality H2O. Flossie's here. Hey, what's up, guys? Did you like my impression of the high quality H2O? My mama said, my mama said alligators is up there because they got all them teeth and got no toothbrush. Look, Electra Whittler is right with me. I like doing live, mama. And I like doing it with the YouTube. And I don't know what you think about YouTubes, but I liked it. And it gave me a wife. And I like her too. And she showed me movies, and I like them too. What's up, guys? YouTube's is the devil, Robert Boucher. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give y'all a practical way, a quick build. If you ain't never built a floating shelf, I'm going to show you how to build a floating shelf. How about that? You want to learn how to build a floating shelf? Let's build a floating shelf. I think I wiped it off. It looks a little hazy. But before we do that, we need a fake wall. So give me a second and let me put together a fake wall. How was your work day, folks? Y'all feeling good? How was the work day? Everybody happy? Made it through Monday? Finally raining. Raining here, it certainly is not. But that's okay. It's going to be a good day whether we want it to or not. So we need a fake wall so that we can hang a floating shelf on. Nailed it. I got y'all. Check this out. This is high dollar production quality right here. We have our fake wall. Oh yeah, we finna learn some shit today. Y'all better be learning for some, yearning for some learning. Because we got some learning going on. We got the fake wall, which we will use to hang our floating shelf after I show you how to build the damn floating shelf. Thank you, Whitler. I worked hard on it, as if you can't tell. It was a monumental pain in the como te amas. But we made it happen. Our fake wall got to have a stud in it. Now, if we hit the stud, couldn't tell you. But we can't necessarily have a wall without some drywall screws in it and a stud. So let's figure this out. On the back, bibbity bow. Up, I grab the right one. Screw gun. That is a fake wall, and a quite sturdy one it is. Ta-da! Don't forget to hold Bubba Done punch through it. Okay, hold on. I got to put a hole in it. Not Bubba! There. There. Bubba put a damn hole in it. You see what you made me do, Sharon? Jesus, Nancy, if you would just listen to me for 5 seconds. Now I got to cover this up somehow. Landlord's going to have our ass. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to quickly show y'all how to build a floating shelf that you can use to cover up Brad's bullshit. Because Brad can't keep his shit together long enough to have a rational conversation with individuals like a human being. No, you got to act like a damn gorilla and hit the wall with a damn hammer. And now I got to figure out a way to fix your crap. All because you think you're some kind of macho because you put a hole in the wall. It's all right. I am not insinuating that any of you have ever been in this kind of situation, but I am saying that it's a possibility. So, let's figure out how to make it happen. The first thing we're going to need in order to make this happen is we're going to get ourselves a cedar fence picket. Okay? A 5.5 inch wide cedar fence picket. We're going to cut 2 pieces 24 inches long. Okay? Then we're going to cut 2 other pieces, and I will get you the exact dimension in un momento, por favor. We're going to cut 2 other pieces that are 2.5 inches by 24. Okay? Y'all with me? Miles Cotton, how are you, friend? Good to see you. Ain't seen you in a hot minute. So to catch everybody up who may be just joining, of course, we got the fake wall. We got Brandon decided to put a damn hole in the wall because he kept fighting with Margaret. And nobody wants to use any active listening skills. They just want to do this kind of dumb shit. So we're going to take two pieces at 24 inches long and two pieces that are 5.5 inches wide and two pieces that are 24 inches long that are 2.5 inches wide. We're going to cut our two 24-inch by 5.5. We're going to take one of our 24-inch ribs, 2.5, and we're going to make that into a C channel, and then we're going to box in the ends, just like so. So I've made a box with an opening in it. This is your floating shelf. Pretty easy, right? Next thing you need to do is make the mount that the floating shelf is going to go on. So you take your last piece, you cut a little bit smaller than 24. Give yourself about 3/4 of an inch on either side so you can get your fingers in there. And then what you're going to do is a little bit like so. Check this out. I'm going to bring you down here old school style. Welcome back to my belly. All right. So we're going to cut that sucker just a little bit shy of 24. Like I said, we're going to cut 21 on this one. So that gives us a good inch or good 3/4 of an inch besides the thickness of our material so that we can get our fingers down in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shinny this sucker right down in here to hit the bottom. Just like so. Then we're going to cut 3 smaller pieces off our 2.5. What's up, Kevin? We're going to run those suckers right in here, and we're going to cut them off flush with the back of our floating shelf. Bada bing, bada boom, ba-bang. So now we know that these are all the exact same, flush to the back. It is working now, John. How are you, friend? And now we're going to use our finger. We're going to fish that sucker back out of there. We're going to drill us 2 countersink screw holes, one on either end and one in the center. This is going to be the fastest build video you guys have ever seen in your life. We're going to run some pilot holes so we don't split our wood. We're going to use a couple of 1 1/4 screws here. We're going to flip it around. We're going to do the same thing on the other end. Just like this here. Bada boom. Bada boom. Run them home. And then we're going to put one in the center. Now we could roughly eyeball it center. It really doesn't matter. That's not the important part. You're putting this middle one so that it provides some stability to the center of the shelf. We're going to run a couple screws in there. Just like that. Today's build video is brought to you by the letter E. We're going to use letter E. This is going to be our end result that we end up putting on the wall. We'll mount this here, but first, I'm going to give you another tip. I'm going to chamfer all these corners using my block plane so that it's easy for me to slide it in the box. That's what she said. All right. So we got a chamfer on each of these to taper them in a little bit. Now, we got to cover up Kyle's bullshit. So let's go ahead and knock that out real quick. The first thing we need is some kind of a level. We use the level from my combination square here. I got a couple extras, so I don't need this. First things first, locate the studs. We'll drill a hole 16 inches so that we get to hit 2 studs and be able to put this on our fake wall. We'll attach the first one into its respective stud. Then we will use our level to level our new floating shelf. ¡Qué bonito! ¡Qué linda! Ana, se pone otra ustedes. Esta la para acá. Put it right here on the other end. Okay. We've now attached our bracket. This guy will simply slide like a cover across the top. And just like that, Kyle didn't do shit. Everybody good? Little round of applause, little something. And then Kyle can put all of his work stuff on top of it, like his liquor bottle, his spray paint can from his graffiti, and his jail shank. He's got somewhere to keep what he needs. Beautiful, amazing, phenomenal. The floating shelf. Fastest build video ever? You guys tell me. We just built a floating shelf in what? 10 minutes? Thank you, Fake Wall, for your participation. He absolutely can. That's the other thing I didn't even point out. Thank you, Flossie, for your input. You can also use this floating shelf to hide the shank. Cool as shit. I don't know what you're talking about, probation officer. I ain't got nothing. You told me to be a model citizen, and I don't keep weapons in the house. Ta-da. I will now be taking questions on how to build a floating shelf so that you can do so in your neck of the woods. Bad Dragon, good to see you. You missed the whole damn build video. I honestly want to download the live and put it up as a video because I think people would enjoy that maybe. Hell, I don't know. Everybody get it up for Mr. Rickard, who did a good job in finding where his shit was finally getting flooded. And now Plucky can go down the hole and get it all figured out. Big ups to John. Appreciate you, man. Glad to hear you got all that worked out. Whew. A little bit warm out here today. Total flipping transparency. Hello, Pilato. I made the bookshelf, or I made the coat rack shelf yesterday. I got it posted. I ain't heard nothing back on it yet. Let's just be honest about it. I ain't never gonna lie to y'all. It'll still be here. It's still up. I got another shelf that I got, or another bench that I got to make this weekend. We could probably do that. Y'all want to hang out and build a bench with me? Well, don't yell at him, Kevin. Damn. I ain't never seen nobody read loudly. But maybe. Shit. Never know. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? You want to build a bench? You want to sit around shooting shit? Yep, I'm wore out from standing on that hill and digging it out, but I got it all dug out. Hell yeah. I'm glad you did, brother. I'm gonna put some damn. I'm gonna put some shade between me and that damn sun. That sucker's a little bit warm. I might make it air conditioner too. That might be a hell of a good idea, actually. Plywood, good to see you. How many of you are suffering the most ridiculous heat in your shop, garage, workspace right now? Let's see if we can develop ourselves a bit of relief. I don't know. It's buffering up there. I mean, can you guys still see me? I hate it. Make a window AC unit into a box unit. I can. I absolutely can. Quite simply, all you got to do. That thing is it buffering for you guys, or is it just me? Because my side is like buffering like hell, and I can't. Unable to connect the chat. Please try again later. You sack of shit. Let's go. Let me fight with the technology. Technology. Bag up. Thank you for your feedback, Plywood. Maybe I'm just overheating this damn Roku box. Come on, sucker, load up. You know, I'll do my best to keep track of what's going on in the chat down at the bottom. It's going to be hell, but hopefully I'll be able to see my old ass reading that down there. Can you read chat? Yeah, listen, I'm older than shit. I'm going to show y'all. There you're looking through my top, my bottom. Yeah, you see them bifocals? Yeah, I'm in a world of shit. All right. Can I get a shout out? I don't know. Can you earn one? Are you subscribed? Maybe I could do that. Are you a member? I'll most certainly shout you out if you're a member. You can do that by clicking on my channel and clicking on the membership tab and becoming one of our members. If you back out, you'll be able to see the join button. You hit that, it'll give me the notification right here, and everything will be gravy. Okay, y'all, I got to run to the store, but I'll be back. All right, Flossie, thank you for the warning. You guys be sure to know she's going to be back. Thank God at least she warned us. Impressive, Jack. I pooped a whole baby carrot today. I don't know how impressive that is. I mean, if it was a cooked carrot, kind of wobbly. I mean, that could work out. See that happening. All right, let's see what we can make. An air conditioner. Turn a window unit into an inside unit. Now, before I can answer that, and I can tell you how we do it, is it a swamp cooler or is it a refrigerated AC unit? Depending on your answer is what we can do. So it's refrigerated, like it's got Freon in it and shit. Because you've got two different kinds of cooling that usually happen in ACs, at least in the United States. You got refrigerant cooling, and then you've got evaporative cooling. Now, evaporative cooling, you can move to a standalone unit that's in the house. The refrigerant cooling, unfortunately is diminishing returns, because what you're doing is that works by the premise of running refrigerant, in this case R134 Freon, through a coil that rapidly cools off this radiator, which will blow cool air into the unit, but at the exchange of it superheating that liquid in a heat exchanger and then having to vent it out the back. So if you've ever stepped beside one of those refrigerated AC units and you felt the back of it, the son of a bitch is blasting like it's the surface of Mars. Like it's blowing crap loads of hot air out. That's that heat exchange that's happening inside the refrigerated unit. We won't be able to do that inside unless you had a way to shunt all of that heat outside, like put it close to a window, which almost defeats the purpose because you could just stick it in the damn window anyway. Or, let me think. Are you going to try to use it for your shop? Well, ducting will work, but here's the problem that I got. If you're going to do it with ducting, then all of that duct work is going to be insulating material that can gather that heat and then radiate it back out. So it may have sucked off most of the heat from the heat exchanger before it even made it out the blowhole. Let me think. If you're doing it in the shop, here's the easiest way I can tell you. And I've done this in the past. I don't have a refrigerated unit right now, so I have to do it. Lower this until you have a gap in your garage door that's 4 feet. And then run you a couple of pieces of plywood all the way across and cover this gap. Then cut a hole in the plywood and put your AC unit there. This is going to let you keep everything secure. You can screw the damn plywood to the frames of the garage door. You can screw it all in, and you can have it all lined out where it's all sealed up, but then you've still got your air conditioner blowing, and it's exchanging all of the stuff and blowing it outside. Does that make sense? If you do that, I think you'll be in good shape. I've done that several times, and it worked pretty well. Plus, if you're in a rental or in a lease apartment or something like that where you can't make any permanent changes to shit, all you're doing is rolling the garage door up. So you're not doing anything in particular that can't be reversed. So if the landlord comes and gives you shit, you can always go over there, take it back down. Or you can explain to him how easy it is to take it back down, and he probably won't give you any help. Problem is, my part doesn't want to see the AC unit. What the fuck do you mean that you don't want to see the AC unit? Well, I don't want to see your ugly faces looking at my fucking house. How about that? Okay, let's talk about the logistics of the part. All right, so tell me about your shop, and then we'll figure out a circumvented solution. We'll figure it out. So the shop, if it's in a park, I presume that we're talking about something mobile. We're talking about a mobile home, a manufactured home, a pop-up camper. I mean, no judgment. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at and what I've got to work with. So we're talking about some kind of a mobile, modular, that type of house. Right? And don't get me wrong, listen, any of you, fucking air compressor. Hold on. Shut up. All right. Bonus points if you know where that's from. Okay. A 10 by 20 pre-built wood shed. Cool. And the door is facing an area that they can presumably see. All right. So if that's the case, we got to camouflage it. We can camouflage it. Now, if they saw the fins, meaning it's not extending or protruding out of the garage door, but they could still see the back side of it, you know, with the wavy shit. Would that be cool? Are they okay with that? If not, we still got solutions. I just got to know exactly how to run this. How can people expect people to live without an AC? That's insane. I'm telling you. But then you talk to people in the UK and they don't even have an AC. So here's what we're going to do. Hold that thought. Be right back. Let me go screw up one of my windows real quick. That's what's up. All right. Bada boom, bada bam, bam. Okay. Revision to the previous plan. The last thing I need to know is the garage door, how you get in and out of there. Or do you have a separate walk door? That's what I'm talking about. Put it there and camouflage that son of a bitch. All right. So I'm going to find some scrap and we're going to walk our way through this. Stare at the bench. Don't look at my belly. We're going to figure this out because I'm going to show you exactly how to do this shit. All right. So, what we need to do is build an encasement. And basically what you're going to do, let's pretend this tape measure is your air conditioner. We're going to build a box around the air conditioner like so, right? All four sides. And then this is where your exhaust is going to go out, okay? You're going to cut a hole this big. You're going to screw all this up against the shit. Then it's all inside, blowing cool air, blowing hot air outside. And if you need to, then just cover the damn hole where the air conditioner is with a storm window screen. That'll keep the bugs out anyway. And then they can't give you no shit. Because it's fully enclosed inside of your thing. Do you own the wood building or no? Because if you own the wood building, you can modify the door. And if you modify the door, well then shit, you're cool. All you do is build the box to keep it all inside and just vent all that shit out the damn hole. But what I'm going to do at the moment, if you own the building, shit, yeah, you're cool. I'm going to find me a piece of breathable fabric. Yes. I keep a thing of fabric because I do upholstery every once in a while. All right. So here we go. Project number 2. Número 2. Ándale, si puede, vámonos. You need a box fan. Step 1. Step 2. You need a piece of fabric. The principle of the box fan works is that it's sucking air out of the back, shoving it out the front. So, let's work this out. Okay, so I got my fan. What's up, Calvin? We're improvising an evaporative cooler. Okay, look at here, look at here. I can't put this on this side because it's just going to blow. It's going to blow out this way. But what I can do is sticking on the back. And that's going to have it sucking air through the cloth and blowing it at me, right? We'll give it a little more velocity so that it can draw more through the fabric. And then as simple as this, I have the back covered with fabric. It's sucking air through it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create evaporative cooling by wetting the cloth. And just like that, what it's doing is we're working off something called the Venturi effect. Okay? The smaller of an opening that you push volume of fluid through, in this case, air being the fluid that we're talking about, because I know that sounds weird. If you haven't done any kind of physics, air is technically a fluid. When you're pushing fluid through a smaller opening, then it accelerates in speed. And as it accelerates in speed, it dissipates a lot of its heat as it's moving along. Okay? So as it's doing that, it's sucking a lot of the heat out of the air, getting caught by grabbing the evaporative principles of the water and cooling everything down. I bet if I close this thing down, it'll probably drop 15 degrees in here without a problem. Just a second, I had a text, and I want to make sure I know what that was. Oh, okay, we're cool. Yes, just like Dad's Workshop says, it's super easy. It's super simple. It's exactly the same principle that a swamp cooler works on. All they do is they take 3 pads and they build a box and encompass the fan inside, which in this case is a rotary turbine fan. And it sucks the air through those pads, cools it all down, and then blows it into the house. Great, simple DIY air conditioner if you need it. Definitely helpful in a pinch. Damn, I'm dropping it on y'all, man. I've been on here 38 minutes. I already hit you with like, what, 2-3 projects? Damn. Let's go. Who else has a problem we need to solve, man? Let's make it. Craftsman's Paradise. I'm glad you were able to make it, friend. Thank you. Appreciate you being in here, man. Bienvenidos. Buenas noches. I appreciate you being in here, man. Have a good night. It has been incredibly hot. Always wondered about that, but never tried it. You should, Ricker. Absolutely. If that one doesn't do it, then I'll give you another one. Give me a hot minute. Let's turn around the fake wall. Even though we're going to see where Kyle put a hole through it and earn himself a restraining order. Let's flip the fake wall. Oh, we can't flip the fake wall. I put a stud on the back of it. Stand by. We found another piece of junk plywood. Not the plywood in the chat. He is never junk. He is an indispensable member of our community, which we will never call junk. Found a piece. Haha. Buckwheat says Orte. Another fake wall. This time, it's a fake chalkboard. I'm not going to paint it because that'll be a waste of time. Okay. Y'all see this stained up old piece of wood? Cool. Let me grab my marker. And we'll go to work. Nope, somebody took my marker. I got to go get it from my boys in the house because they want to take my markers because they can't keep the track of their own stuff. I lied. Lord, I apologize for talking bad about my children who taking my marker, but they didn't take my marker because I sat over there by the door where I left it. Anyway, moving on. Hi, guys. Here's how we're going to build another version that I guarantee you, when that sucker was at work in Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, this sucker would kill it, okay? First thing you need is one of them styrofoam ice chests. Okay? Can y'all see that okay? Are you focusing, camera guy? Tell me if y'all can see that okay. Probably can't see it word crap. You need one of those styrofoam ice chests. Like this here. Okay? If you can see it, we'll keep on going. So now here's what we're going to do. We're going to fill this sucker up about a third of the way full with water. Our old-fashioned H2O. Okay? Then fill up another portion right here with cubed ice. Got me? Still with me, camera guy? Now, on this side, you're going to cut a hole. On this side, you're going to cut a hole. And over here on this side, you're going to cut a hole. So you got 3 holes cut in it. And then on the top, you're going to cut a big old hole. Like that there. Still with me? Got to come check the chat because I can't see shit. Okay. So we got a box. We got a big box. This is styrofoam full of ice and water. Cut 3 holes out of the sides. Cut a big one in the top. And the big one is for this guy. You guys have probably seen these fans that they sell that are about yay big. They all got with grates. And they got the little arm that hold them like so. Y'all know them little fans I'm talking about? They're only about this big. You with me? You're going to take that. You're going to point it right down into that hole and set it on top. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to blow a bunch of air inside, and it's going to blow around with the ice and the water. It's going to get cold as hell, and it's going to come out this hole. It's going to come out that hole. It's going to come out that hole. Do not worry about the fact that it's got ice in it. I bet the ice is going to melt. Listen, as the ice melts, it will continue to chill this water well below 50 degrees, probably 40 degrees. So everything coming out of here will be ice cold for hours. Did that all make sense? Do I need to zoom it in so you can see better? Or do you guys get the basic idea of what I'm throwing at you? Damn, that fan feels good. Little desktop fan. Blow through a hole on the top. Ice, water, 3 holes on the side. Let it blow out cold air. It will do it all the time. And that sucker will run for hours without issue. I'm telling you these things because these are the kind of tricks that sometimes we need out here in the desert. Okay, there will be a time the power grid gets overloaded. It happens. And what can you imagine life is like out in the deserts of West Texas when it's 107 degrees outside and all of a sudden everybody's air conditioner stops because there's no power? You better know how to get some of this shit done. We did this with a little battery powered fan and it ran amazingly. Kept everybody nice and cool. Now, another tip, if you're in that kind of situation, you're in a desperate spot and you need to make sure that you guys can stay cool, center this in a small room. Keep it in a small area and then insulate that room. This sounds counterintuitive. Put blankets over the doors. Put blankets over the windows. Contain as much as you can inside there. And then this has its evaporative convection effect and it's cooling off a very, very small cubic feet of air. Don't try to cool off the whole damn house with this. You're just wasting your time. But if you can cool off, say, a bedroom, if you can cool off, say, a spare room where you guys can hang out, it's going to be wonderful for y'all. That will definitely save your ass. Hope that helped. Ricker, you may not like the other answer that I got because I've absolutely seen this happen too. Hey, Dylan, how you doing, man? Another solution that I've seen come to pass. Again, you might not like it. Remember how I said that if anytime you see a treadmill, grab a hold of that sucker. Treadmills are incredibly, does putting salt in it help? I don't know if it does. It would keep the other ice from freezing, but I think putting a little bit of salt in the water prior to freezing it may make its temperature drop a bit more before it finally solidifies. So you may get a little bit more out of the ice, but I think it'd have kind of a minimal effect. Those permanent magnet DC motors I was telling you about that are installed inside every one of those treadmills. I'm going to go grab it again because I'm building the lathe. I'm not going to work on the lathe today. Hold me to it. I'm not working on the lathe today. I'm just bringing it for demonstration purposes only. We'll work on the lathe another day. But I need this so that I can show you what it looks like. Okay. Almost every treadmill sold in the United States runs on one of these. This, as you can see, well, you can't read that because it's upside down and backwards, is a permanent magnet DC motor. Now, the permanent magnet DC motor has some very particular unique properties to it that other motors do not. It will not work with an AC motor. It will not work with a universal motor. Find these most easily in a treadmill. Now, I won't do it to any degree of speed, but just as I can apply power into this side of the commutator and the stator and turn this side, I can also use alternative power to turn this and generate power out of here. Yes, I can. Without issue. So as much as somebody might not like it, you can run it with pedal power. You can build an impeller and stick this, Ricker. You can stick it in the creek. As long as this is turning, this will generate power. It will be DC power, but you can use it to recharge batteries. You can do all of that. Well, technically, that's not exactly true, PW Fist, because an alternating current motor, it will not reverse polarity and gen out generated power. Because all of them work off, most of the time, they all work off of a start winding with a start capacitor and a centrifugal. Because you're turning in the opposite direction, the centrifugal will never engage, so you'll never be able to deliver power out this side. DC motors, hands down, are the easiest way to make that happen. And the easiest way to secure a decently horse-powered DC motor is out of them treadmills that people are giving away all the time. Did I have a gray hair in my shit? I do have a gray hair in my shit. Why don't y'all tell me I had a gray hair in my shit? It's right there. Plain as day. Damn it, man. And I keep plucking everyone but the damn gray one. Sucker. Perfect. So yes, you've got power available to you if you need it. Never use a swamp cooler in Ireland. Now, that's another thing that I needed to talk about. Evaporative cooling works best in an arid, low humidity environment. Unfortunately, if you're in 80, 90% humidity, it's only going to accomplish giving you swamp ass. That's just the fact of it. I would simply go to the ice option. That would probably work a hell of a lot better. How do we get the AC to DC in the first place? That's a beautiful question. We use something called a full bridge rectifier. Alternating current will reverse its polarity from ground to hot, or from neutral to hot, in the US on a cycle of 60 hertz, which is 60 cycles per second. In Europe, I believe it's 50 cycles per second. But Europe also runs 220 volts, where we usually only run 120, except for we're running the big heavy duty stuff where we run 240. So, silly 110. Yeah, I know, Corey. The full bridge rectifier is an electronic component. I mean, we could talk about it. Let me draw the damn thing. Hold on a minute. Stand by, Slick. I got you. I'm making a thumbtack. Give me a second. Hi, Cat Peace. How are you? Okay. The full bridge rectifier. Let's go through it. Where the hell I just set my marker? I just had it. This channel's about as real and raw as it gets. I'm going to let you know. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So your full bridge rectifier works basically just like this. All right. Alternating current will come in, we'll call it plus minus, and it cycles back and forth between the two of these. This originally will be plus, this will become minus, and 60 cycles per second, it will change to where this one's neutral and that one's plus. So it bounces back and forth. That's why they call it alternating, right? So basically what a full bridge rectifier will do is it will route, when this leg is positive, it will move through a series of capacitors and one-way gated diodes so that all that comes out on this leg is plus. Whether the plus is coming from this side, it will take that path, or it's coming from this side, and it will take that path. But it will always generate plus to this wire. And it does the same thing with the minus on the other side. So that's how we end up AC to DC conversion. With a full bridge rectifier. This is exactly the same thing. You know, when you plug something, you know, they give you those little dilly doos here. I'll show you. They work a reversible principle, but here's another example you may be familiar with, where you've got a connector that will plug into the 12-volt direct current, and in turn, it will output, in this case, 10 amp or 5 amp alternating current like it does in the house. But hopefully that helps. Now, another caveat that you were talking about, that any motor will do it, there is another kind of universal motor. Now, the universal motor can be rewired and reconfigured so that it will either run on AC or DC current. That one is another caveat. Oh, goodness gracious. Did I hope I didn't lose anybody. Did that all make sense, what I just said? I'm hoping that tried to explain some stuff for y'all. Thank you, sir. Glad it was able to translate. A note of caution. Unless you've done enough homework and you're able to absolutely be 150% freaking certain you know what the hell you're doing, okay? You can get 60 hertz on this axle pretty easily. The 60 hertz, well, you're not actually getting 60 hertz out of this, because anything that's coming out of this is going to be DC current anyway. You're always going to use the DC to do things like charging batteries, to run DC powered items, like items that normally plug into your car, cordless power tools. All of these run off of DC power. This is running off a 12-volt DC at 1.5 amp hours of direct current, meaning there's 3. And it's funny because you can tell when you look at this. You see this little bulbous triangle that's in here? They find this so mystifying, but I'm going to show you the truth of what's up. Those of you that vape know exactly what I'm about to drop on you. The only thing that's in here is 3 of these. These are called 18650 lithium ion cells. There's one here, there's one there, there's one there. That's all this is. Funny enough, when you look at this guy, you can discern the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. It's the only difference. And this is how you can determine exactly how many 18650s might be in one of these battery packs. This is an M12. Each of these are 4. So 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 5, 20. Simple enough. So yes, you'll be able to get power out of this as a generator, but it will be exclusively DC power. Now, you can also use that little sucker I just had in my hand. Where did I set it down? If you want to, you can use one of these devices, which quite simply is demystified at this point. There's 12 volts coming in direct current. A full bridge rectifier is inside, going out to 110 volts alternating current. You could hook this to this if you know what you're doing. Big if. Do not be doing any of the shit I'm telling you. This is all for informational purposes and education only. If you fuck around and do some of this and you electrocute the hell out of yourself and you fall over graveyard dead, it was not my fault. You didn't listen to me because you were too stupid. Disclosure out of the way? We're good. You're absolutely right. With hardly any amps whatsoever. But it will do the job. I can take a look at, for example, a battery tender, a slow charger. And if you look at that, you'll find that it puts out a very low amperage. But it's continuously applying that current, and it's continuously applying that voltage so that you get your recharge on your batteries. And at the end, it's not this that's going to be doing the work. It's the batteries that you recharge with it. Did that get too nerdy for people? I think I did, because I got it all the way down to 7 people watching me. My God. Sorry, y'all. What else y'all got going on today? Holmes Law, people! Get him, Corey. PW Fist says he's on vacation. Sweet. Did you get out of town, or are you staycationing at the house? I'm trying to get this sucker to catch up. Maybe this buffering crap is over with. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Corey, how are things over there on the other side of the pond? You looking good? Cool off some? As I'm just randomly drilling holes in my fucking bench, and I have no idea why I'm doing that. I don't know, I always feel compelled that I got to come out here and do something while I'm out here, but sometimes it's just cool to talk to you guys. Eight beautiful people decided to come spend some time with me. Hello, hello, hello. Another one that's a little bit ghetto. I told a few of the people in England on staycation until I decided to go somewhere. Hot damn. Hey, you know what, Plywood? It's not too bad sometimes just hanging out and not doing a damn thing. All is well. I've loved watching you squirm as we talk. Electric. It's borderline magic. Listen, the challenge comes from being able to explain such a broad topic with so many things to consider without having somebody look at me like I just asked them what the color 7 smells like. You know what I mean? I ain't got no goddamn idea what you just said, but it sounded pretty fucking technical, and I don't want to screw with it. Which might be a good thing. Vacation where colleagues aren't. Those are the best kind. I like working with you, but right now I need to be not around you. I ain't gonna lie, I'm wearing sweatpants. I'm gonna hike these suckers up in the shorts. Thank God I'm standing behind this bench because y'all can't see shit. Hello, Kinsley. How are you? I'm getting a little better at trying to read that little text down at the bottom of the phone because this damn thing's overheating. Hope you are doing well and staying cool. Robert G messing with my chicken leg. You know what? Some of us ain't got to go all swole out with the juice like you, okay? Some of us are just here, man. We just chilling. Average folk. I don't skip leg day. Mostly because I don't have leg day. Chat, how old are y'all? Well, if you need to ask, I am too damn old for you. That's probably the best way to say it. So did I build an insect trap with a microwave before? No. No, I've never done that. I did build a pyrolysis unit, and I did build a welder once, but I will get into neither of those. Not at all. I will not show any of you how to mess with a microwave transformer. Not once. There was a large resurgence of people that were getting excited into dealing with them to make things like Lichtenberg units, wood burning tools, welders, anything that required a high amount of voltage. But then at the same time, it didn't take very much long after that before we started seeing people falling over graveyard dead because they killed themselves, knocking themselves stupid with it. So that will not be yours truly. Take care, Kinsley. Have a good one. Mike, I went to the doctor today. He said I had ADDs. Oh, shit. You get a hell of a lot more than a free hairstyle. That's for sure. You absolutely do. Well, I don't play anything that involves me trying to show somebody how to use something with a high level of capacitance. I ain't doing it. That level of discharge, this is YouTube. Any moron, any 6-year-old could tune into this video, and I'm not going to show them how to discharge a damn capacitor. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. Hope that doesn't make you mad. Frankly, I don't know how upset I would be if it did. There are myriad ways to do something stupid and die in this world, and I ain't going to be one of them. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I've had way too many times where I've been the guy in the suit with somebody behind me with the catch pole, and I'm dealing with a 600-volt trunk line. I get it. I get it. Just a minute, folks. I'm reconfiguring my mic here. And I dropped the damn little clippy thing that clips it to my hat. There it is. Sorry about that. You guys hear me again? Oh, turn it around. It's been hotter than a pile of Satan's crap. Yes, it has been in several areas. Just short circuit the ground and it'll be done. Don't forget to measure. Well, that's phenomenal. Tell you what, PW Fist, make yourself a channel, teach everybody about it. I'll be the first one to tune in. Let's make it happen. Let's center back on the other things I was talking about, methods to try to keep cool when it's hot. I mentioned this to some of the other people that are over in the UK. They looked at me like it was a little ghetto, like it was a little stupid. But I promise you, aluminum foil. I said, throw it in the creek. No, I didn't say throw it in the creek, plywood. You said throw it in the creek. Well, you said threw it in the creek. But I said power it with rotational energy from the creek. Anyway, aluminum foil. What you're looking for in aluminum foil is that it has a reflective property. One side of it is matte, the other side is very shiny. If you will take the shiny side and tape it into the windows of your house with the shiny side out, then sun's rays will be reflected. A big portion of it will be reflected back out so that it doesn't heat up the air inside by convection. You will get a little bit of radiant heat off the aluminum, but nothing compared to the amount that you're going to divert with the reflective properties of the aluminum foil. Not a myth, 100%. I do it every summer, works like a champ, and I can tell you with empirical proof that before doing it and after doing it, it will lower my cooling bill by almost 30%. I'm still more worried about the capacitor. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Night shift, that's J. Oh, wait, a reset with where I can only see. Hold on a minute. I think I may only be able to see certain parts of the damn chat. Let me change that up. Change it to all. There we go. You do look like a crackhead, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you do look like a crackhead. A little bit. But saving money, who cares? And honestly, most of the neighbors got theirs covered up too, so. Now, if you leave it up year round, that's a whole different animal. Now we know what you're up to, okay? You ain't even convincing anybody. But when it's 110 degrees, shit, I even see the cops do it. I mean, it is what it is. You do have a dark room to sleep in once you do that too. I wish it was ever warm enough in Ireland to worry about it. Well, as I understand, y'all ain't very resilient when it comes to the heat anyway. Y'all come out here and fall over dead. What are trying to cool down the house, a room, or just yourself? Well, it's situational, I believe. Let me try to do my best to address that. So the first place that I'm going to apply it is where the most intense rays of the sun are going to be, which is on the west end of my house if I have any windows there. Because in the afternoon, everything continues to, convection goes throughout the entire day, so the heat is going to continue to radiate. It's going to be even more UV in the afternoons, especially out here in West Texas. So it'll be the west side of the house that I'd start on first. After that, I'd start on the north and south sides of the house because those are going to be in the periphery of the tracking course of the sun as it moves across. Then finally, I'll move to the east end of the house. I'd also, if I had a limited amount of aluminum foil, I'd probably focus it on bedrooms because then it guarantees a cool night where you actually can get some decent rest. Because if you've ever tried to sleep in a bedroom that was 105 degrees, you realize that your sleep isn't going to be so great. You're not going to be very refreshed tomorrow. So the cooler you can make that room, or at least comfortable, the better off you are. Oh, goodness. Hour and 17 minutes. I feel bad if I accidentally stepped on other people's lives, man. I didn't try to. I wouldn't sleep. I'd be in a coma. Yeah, at 100-something degrees. There's a lot of people that just ain't doing so hot. I mean, in a second, I know I got a thermometer around here somewhere. Where the heck is it so I can see where I'm sitting right now? Most people wouldn't particularly prefer the room that I'm standing in out here in the shop right now anyway. That's what I get for taking it down off the wall. I had it on the wall, and then I had to take it down so that somebody, for some reason, who couldn't believe what the temperature was in here, I took it down to show them, and then I threw the damn thing somewhere, and God knows where I threw it. I tossed it on one of the myriad work surfaces that I got in here. Well, how about you install some roller shutters? It's an incredible idea. Put flex arms in the chat if you got money to drop on roller shutters. Cricket, 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 cricket. There's the thermometer. It's not all that hot in here right now. It's about 103, 104. Not all that crazy. But I'm not even breaking sweat. I mean, a lot of other people, I mean, they're just not, and that's nothing against them. I'll do the same thing and lose my shit in a colder climate, you know? Craftsman's Paradise. Buenas noches. Thank you for coming in. Hasta mañana. Foil pull down shade. I guess you could do that. I mean, they got those accordion ones. The same principle applies when you got the convection going on in your car when you park it out in the parking lot at work, and they give you one of those foil accordion windshield thing. It does the same thing. It's just reflecting the light out of the interior of the car to keep it a little bit cooler. How's the humidity where I am? Nearly zero. I am on the fringe of the Sonoran Desert. It is pretty dry. Am I capable of sweating here? Absolutely. Yeah, you could do, yeah, you could probably do that. Pop popcorn on the back of the truck, something like that. It'd take a while. Which is another plan. I want to show y'all another idea that I got that I think I may make into practice. For those of you that don't know, another very great channel, Palato Creations, put together himself a pretty awesome kiln that he uses to dry wood. Not like I need any help drying wood, but I could probably accelerate it, which gives me the ability to take raw green wood that has just been cut, and maybe I might be able to speed up that process, but I'll do it just using the sun. I think if I make a box and then I just cover it with some of this Luan or some Lexan or something, then that'll let the sun come in and bake the wood. We'll drill some exhaust holes so that, you know, it can evacuate the humidity, build a little cook chamber in there, a little convection chamber, and I bet I could dry out some green wood pretty fast. Pine and Oak Woodworks, good to see you, man. Appreciate you, buddy. I did want to take another moment. I wanted to thank all of the members that have joined up and become members of the channel. That's absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I'm thinking of solar kiln, Robert G. I'm really thinking about it. I think that might be another fun project. I might do that on the members only. Hey, Mike, good to see you. I'll put that on the members only, and I'll probably also incorporate it in a video embedded on the website, mikeismakingstuff.com. As soon as I finish getting all of that erected and put together in the pretty way that I like it. It's going to split all over. Well, yeah, there's a good chance it could. What it do? Kevin Derico, how are you, friend? Glad to see you. If you guys would consider doing so, I have made the membership absolutely reasonable. It's like $2. It'd be really cool if you guys would have that. I'll try to do my damnedest to make sure that I get members-only content put up there. And that solar kiln, I think, is really a good idea to get going. Along with, if you guys want me to build some shop cooling ideas, I'll put together a way to make like a shop swamp cooler, or to try to build maybe one of these chest coolers. I could show you guys how to do all of those things, knock some of the edge off the heat in the shop. I think that'd be pretty cool. How you doing, Johnny? Good to see you, friend. Yeah, Robert's absolutely right. If you just painted and sealed the end grain, it would slow down so that you're drawing the moisture out of the side grain instead of letting it all just rapidly escape out the ends. But kiln dried wood is always going to do what kiln dried wood's going to do no matter what. I mean, you're not going to, if a board is intended to twist, bow, or flex, it's going to twist, bow, or flex, regardless of the method you use to dehydrate it. I'm about to watch your router table build. I've been needing to build one. Just about a new router. Take my old one and map. Hell yes, that's what I'm talking about. Remember, all I used was this little guy right here. This little $17 trim job. Hey, I'm not going to do the sound effects like other people, so I'll just say, thank you for being a member. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, buddy. I won't do the whole, sound effect soundboard shit that other people do. I've still got that router table set up right here. And I could reassemble it in just a couple of minutes. Which I guess is another one of the benefits of this thing, that I could quickly and easily remove the trim router whenever I chose to. I grab my stubby screwdriver. Oh, I know how I did it. I came in from the bottom because I'm a moron and I did it the other way. Had to take me a minute to remember. Pull the slide carriage out. Slap that sucker right in there. I vote the dance. Let me torque this sucker down. Put the top back on it. But before I do that, I guess I need to move my damn lathe out of the way. I make so many machines, and then you know what I never do? I never stop to think where the hell I'm going to set the machine up when I get it done. Ain't that a hell of a note? So I just randomly got a lathe leaning up in the corner. Randomly got a router table laying over here next to my damn drill press. Just random. All right. Let's get the table back on here. That'll do. That'll work for the moment. See you, Johnny. Take care. All right, guys. So this was my quick and dirty router lift. As you can see, it comes up. I can get to my bit. Back down she goes. Try my damnedest. Let's get you in closer so you can see. You. Set your height. Set your stop. You're good to go. It's a very, very simple mechanism. You'll be able to build it and run the damn thing. All it takes is a hinge. It's the only abnormal thing you need other than scrap. So when do you pour the new slap in your shop? The new slap. I'm confused. Someone help me out, bro. The other thing I want you guys to do, Pine. Oh, is that what it is? It's Shoop's workshop. He's putting another slab. A slab. Okay, I got it. Took me a minute to catch up. Pine, you're a member, so I want you to do me a favor. If you have any hang-ups getting that damn router table put together, send me an email. We'll get on the phone and we'll walk through it. I'll get you lined out. And I'll do that with any of my members. Hands down. Just send me an email. We'll get on a phone call. We'll get on a Facebook message call, a Discord, something. We'll get you straight. Rick, are you still here? If you are, we're damn near in a members only video. About the only people that are in here is members. I need to ask you. I know you've been having 9 kinds of hell with the shop and the flooding and all of that. But oh, the metal workshop for his wood tool shop. Oh, gotcha. I do want to get something put together. I've got a lot of feedback from people. Let me set this controller unit somewhere before I look around and lose it. Let me get it back with the lathe. Some may disagree, but I've received a lot of feedback stating that I'm pretty halfway decent at teaching and explaining as I'm going along. So I thought about doing like Mike makes so many tools because he likes to play with tools. Yeah, that is true. I do like playing with tools. But did this damn thing change the top messages again? Oh, I don't know. I do enjoy making tools. I do enjoy making machines. But Ricker, I'm glad you mentioned because I wanted to talk to you. Since it's pretty much all members in here, I want to get a newbie section put together on the website. And I know you're having hell with it with your shop, but I don't know. I kind of want to get the ball rolling. And I guess let me ask the rest of you members. I mean, do you think I need to be putting out an absolute newbie beginner series for somebody that ain't never picked up a hammer? What do you think? Or is there another channel that's already doing a great job at that and I'm just wasting my damn time? What do y'all think? I seriously thought as I was going along, I might not only introduce people to a particular tool, but show them how to make a homemade version of it if I knew how. Like, well, some of you caught on to it. I don't think I got a whole lot of views off it. But maybe some of you recall this guy. Well, we made a miter saw jig to use with a jigsaw so that you'd have a miter saw if you needed one. I could build a whole ton of these kind of things. Show you how to make, if you don't have a miter saw, I can show you how to get around it. If you don't have a table saw, I can show you how to get around it. If you don't have a band saw, I can show you how to get around it. I can show you how to circumvent all of that. I just wonder what you guys think. I mean, because if I do that, then all of these would be weekly videos, and I don't want to bore the hell out of you guys. You know what I mean? I mean, I could be a shop teacher kind of guy. I mean, that's not hard. I'm more worried about that I'm going to piss off or lose all the people that normally subscribe to me because I'm not doing anything particularly advanced. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm going all the way back to 101 kind of basics, and they may not want to stick around and watch that kind of stuff. Can't be a shop teacher if you have all your fingers. You're damn right, and every one of my students will have all their fingers. Well, technically, I took the top of that one off, but then I got it sewed back on. So there you go. There you go. Mike, technically, there we go. 2 seconds, I'll be right back. I think somebody's hollering at me in the house. I don't think so. Excuse me.
Lettuce.
There is lettuce.
Left.
Trying to work out things for dinner in here.
That is. What are you? Oh. So now are you just like always live forever?
No, not always. Don't go with the cat. Believe it or not, I have shop teacher textbooks. Which would let me make videos over just about everything. Saws, planes, chisels, measuring tools, marking tools, mallets, power tools, table saws, band saws, planers, how to cut all the different joinery, how to S4S your lumber. I mean, all of that stuff. I could run that whole gambit. And I was actually looking, I mean, I was going over it when I went to, I mean, you sit around, you have conversations, brainstorming shit with AI, and they were like, there's like almost 4 years of weekly videos in there. Just doing that. Oh, I'm sorry, Ricker. That's all right. Just the fact that a woodworker tells me about a rectifier, just do it. All right, that works out. Because that's the other thing I wanted you to know, PW Fist. I'm glad that you're a member. Stick around because woodworking is only one of the disciplines. Woodworking, metalworking, 3D printing, computer building, computer programming, electronics. I cover the gambit, and I do that with one overarching premise to this entire channel, which is that I'm going to show you how to get by with what you got. And some stinking stupid ass company is never going to tell you that you have to go purchase a replacement for this because you don't know how to fix the damn thing. Not on my watch. Not on my damn watch. You're going to figure out how every variac, every triac, every PCB in this works. And you're going to know how to fix it. And if you can't figure out how to fix it, we're going to figure out how to build another one. Fun thing is, you guys see this old stained, rotten piece of wood that I got up here for my fake wall? 99% of the stuff that I make things out of is garbage. I will take the crap that people throw out and turn it into greatness. And if you guys want, I want to show you y'all too. So I'll stick with woodworking then. I'll push like hell and start from 101 from the basics. keep on running from there. Is that what it is? Oh, I gotta drop it in. Switch the slider. There you go. No, I can't show it on screen. Dropping the mag and racking is over here. But it's never too far away to get to. Anyway, I digress. We went over some cool things today. Showed y'all how to put together some cooling things that might cool down the shop some. Talked about what we're going to do with the lathe, what to do with the channel. Find out Pine's going to build one of the router lifts. I can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm not shaking the knife. That's just shit. Can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I love y'all to death. I appreciate you. I'm going to get in here and help the wife make dinner. Ms. Making is in there freaking out trying to make some kind of Mexican food, and I don't even know if she knows what she's doing. DeWalt makes AR-style nail guns. Ooh, Nelly. It's a little scary. Before I go too far, I just got a new set of sharpening stones. Do you guys need a sharpening video? I mean, I've done a couple. I think some other people have been doing it. Wes did one. There's a couple other people that did one. It's up to you. Or do you want me to just stick with the book, start at the basics, and just tear it up? It's y'all's channel. You tell me. Cat's getting out of here. Thank you, Cat. Appreciate you, dear. Hope you have a good night. I'll probably see y'all in the other lives. I'll be bouncing around chatting because I can't shut up. You want to make a marking knife? Say less, Rob G will do it. I'll make a members-only video on how to make a marking knife. Unfortunately, Robert D, that's going to require you going over there and hitting that join deal. It's only like a couple bucks. I'm just saying. I made it cheap, $2, but if everybody does it, shoot. $2 times all of my subscribers, man, I'd be shitting in high cotton, man. I'd be good to go. Well, after they take their 30%, but you get what I'm saying. Up to y'all. I'm going to go ahead and catch up. You want one with a walnut handle? We can do that. I got some walnut laying around here. Hell yeah, we can do that in a hot minute. And I'll show you how to do it without having to pin it or use any peening tools or any of that too. Well, what do you plan on being, a fabricator or a tool dad? Yes. I plan on being all the things of all the things. I got a lot of info to share, and I plan on getting every damn bit of it out there I can. Y'all take care. I'm going to help her with dinner. Unless y'all want to see Mike is making fajitas, which I doubt. We'll get to that on another segment. Thanks again. Love you guys. Talk to you later.